rolling? We're going to play this 10-minute countdown, or skip it. Please don't play. Alright, cool. How to grow with video. So what we're going to talk about today is everything I've learned over the last 5 years of cranking out thousands of videos every single year. What I want to start with is just talking about some of the whys behind why video is so important. This is a study that Nielsen did, tracking the effects of utilizing video when it comes to your marketing. And the ones that I find that are most important here, if you can get somebody to watch 10 seconds of your video, it increases their ad recall by 74%. Just by getting somebody to watch 10 seconds of a video. It gets them to increase the brand awareness by 65%. So think about it, if you guys are just running static images versus video, all you gotta do is hook somebody for 10 seconds. You can get a 65% lift in brand awareness. People are gonna remember you. And most importantly, the important one, how we make money, is when people purchase. It increases their purchase intent by 72% if you can get somebody to watch 10 seconds of a video. So it's super important, right? Part of doing video, a lot of people talk about doing it because they want to get likes and hearts and thumbs up, but I want to make money. That's what you guys want, right? We all want to make money from video. A couple fun stats. If a picture is worth 1,000 words, how much is a minute of video worth? If for video geeks, we'll assume 30 frames a second. 60 seconds, 30 frames a second, times 1,000, it's 1.8 million words. Just by getting somebody to watch 1 minute worth of video. Think about how impactful that is to have 1.8 million words of impact by getting somebody to watch a single minute of your video. How many videos are watched on YouTube daily? 5 billion. And if you add a zero, it actually does equal a billion. Move a comma, something like that. And if you guys don't know this, YouTube has actually surpassed Facebook. It's the #2 website in the world right now. So it's actually leapfrogging. YouTube is having a really, really strong comeback. And in fact, the average amount of time somebody spends on YouTube once they get on there, you're talking 40 minutes. Think about that, guys. Think about if you guys are putting your agent attraction videos out there, they're gonna watch one and another and another and another. Super, super powerful. Number of daily video views on Facebook, over 8 billion every single day. So we know we need to create video, right? There's no mystery. This is literally what society's like today. Like if the Titanic sank, you would literally have every single person. All the people with it sideways, they're going Facebook Live. You got the little millennial in a corner going Instagram Live. Like, this is our society today. We know it. Like, 2 people get in a fight in this casino, more people are trying to pull their phones out to record it than they are trying to break it up. That's what it is. This is the society that we're in. So we know we need to do video. What I want to talk about is what kind of video we should be doing. And Brent told me I don't get to drop any F-bombs today. I will warn you, there is one in this video. If you don't like F-bombs, I'm sorry. But this is a video that's really inspired me in my video journey. This is Gary Vaynerchuk. If you guys aren't familiar with him, you need to follow him. Brent is the godfather here at EXP. Gary's the godfather of social media, especially video marketing. And so I'm going to play this little video, and hopefully this has as much impact on you as it did on me. Can you guys play it back? Gary Vaynerchuk. Just go Gary V.
People continue to put out content that is in high percentage in their best interest and not in the value of the end user. I am still baffled by why the real estate industry on an individual broker level does not realize that they need to become the digital mayor of their town. And what I mean by that is the #1 blueprint that fundamentally, look, you're gonna be here the whole time and you're gonna get a lot of good content from a lot of people. You're gonna hear a couple of nuggets from me. A lot of them move the needle a little bit. A lot of them move the needle a little bit. You might sell 2 more homes, 4 more homes. To fundamentally change your business where you go from where you are now to 5, 10, 20x the revenue and volume, you have to make dramatic changes. And that dramatic change sits in the form, and here it is. Here it is. And by the way, 99% of you are not going to do anything about what I'm about to say. But I'm being very honest with you, because the punchline here is it's hard work. And the reality is that a lot of people are just not willing to put in the work. I mean, that's just the fundamental reality. As a matter of fact, I always think that digital excites people because they think it's scalable. They think like all of a sudden the computer's gonna do the fucking work for them, right? The number one shift that everybody has to do in this room is understand the following statement and understand it cold, not just shake your head when you hear the words coming out of my mouth. The quicker you understand in this room that you are a media company, comma, real estate agent, real estate software provider, whatever you may be, I know that I'm a media company, comma, an agency CEO, a wine retailer. Once you make that shift, everything changes. For example, when you make that mental shift, the content that you put out on Facebook and Twitter and Pinterest and Instagram and Snapchat fundamentally changes. Right now, what many of you do for a living, you're forced to be in the right hook business. The hell are you gonna put out content-wise, right? When you decide to become the digital mayor of your town, everything fundamentally changes. If you decide that you, not the local newspaper, is going to be the provider of the content of the best restaurants, reviewing the school system, and every other nook and cranny in the 2, 4, 6, and 8 towns that you live in, you fundamentally start bringing value to end users that are intrigued or interested into moving into your town.
So that had a ton of impact on me. Yeah, this is an awesome video, guys. And so we really dove into this whole digital mayor strategy. And what I want to focus on, a lot of people out there want to do videos. And then if I stand in a room like this, I'm just going to ask you point blank, how many of you guys have shot a video and actually put it out on social media in the last 30 days? That's really good. So that's a good start. One of the things that I always struggle with is people are always coming to us saying like, what camera do you use? What lens do you use? What microphone do you use? Like, none of that stuff matters, guys. Like, this is everything. Like, you guys literally have it in your pocket already. So we're going to talk about the 4 C's today of video, and the 4 C's are content. Content is first. Content is the most important thing. I don't care if you have a $100,000 red camera. It doesn't matter if your content sucks. We're going to talk about the importance of consistency, the channels that you guys need to put these videos out on, and then last and least is the composition. I don't care what camera you use. I don't care what lens you use. None of that matters if you're not putting out good quality content. And so I'm going to show you guys a lot of different content ideas, and I'm going to show you different ways of doing it. I'm going to show you a highly produced professional way to do it, and I'm going to show you a very simple cell phone, Facebook Live type way to do it. And so I want to just kind of dive into a few different types of videos. I love community videos. That's where I would start. The reason I love community videos is people are very proud of the community that they live in. It's the most shareable content you're going to put out there. So I love going out and creating a video talking about everything that's cool in the community you live in. Talk about the lake where everybody goes fishing. Talk about the splash pad where the kids go play. Talk about all of that stuff. That will be super, super shareable content, and it's very reusable content. So if you have this great video talking about why the community is so great, now every time you take a new listing, you can stitch that video footage in to your listing video and repurpose it over and over and over again. So I love community videos, I love doing listing videos, recorded video, live, and video messaging. And instead of just talking about all these things, I want to show them all to you. So again, I want to give you guys a couple examples. So community video, first thing I'm going to do is show you more of a traditional community video, and then I'll show you something that's more of a digital mayor strategy. First thing and most important thing you're going to see, and one of the biggest mistakes I made in video and most people make, is when they do video, the first image that somebody sees is their logo or their face. Now your logo might be awesome. It might be a blob that's blue and orange. Your logo might be great, your face might be great, but that's not what's going to draw people in. What they see for that first second as they're scrolling through their feed is the most important thing when it comes to your videos. So if I had my logo be the first thing on the screen versus this be the first thing on the screen, this is going to grab more people's attention. So we got to be very intentional in the videos we create, where that first second of the video has to be an image that's going to pull them in. And I'll show you just kind of a brief example. Hey there, it's Kyle from the Whissel Realty team, and today I'd like to welcome you to the East County community of Santee. Let's check it out.
Yep.
That's a traditional kind of community video. Show everything cool about your community. Those videos, every time we put those out, they get thousands and thousands and thousands of views. Everybody's very proud of their community. They want to share it with everybody. They want to tell them how amazing their community is. So if there's a specific community you work on, you need to put a video like that together. If there is one video to spend money on, that's probably the one that I would spend some money on. Now, the more fun way that I like to do community videos, and there's another example of how important the first second is. If you're scrolling through your feed and it's either a logo or it's that, this is going to stop your thumb. So when you're creating your videos, think about how do I stop that thumb? An image like that will stop 99% of the thumbs out there. I don't care if they're men, women, it doesn't matter. That's going to stop somebody's thumb. And this is more of the digital mayor strategy that Gary talks about. We've been going out creating videos where we interview local businesses, local restaurants, and just get to know who they are on camera. I think it's an amazing way to create relationships within your community. And it's an amazing way to put content in front of your target audience that they actually care about. They don't want to just see your listing video over and over and over again, or hear about your open house over and over and over again, but they'd love to hear about the new restaurant. And so here's an example. Today on East County Eats, we are here in El Cajon. We're going to check out Funky Fries and Burgers. Hot new spot in town. I'm really excited to check it out. Let's get to it. As a busy realtor in San Diego, I'm constantly out and about trying new restaurants around town. I want to share my favorite restaurants in East County with you. I'm Kyle Whissel with Whissel Realty, and this is East County Eats.
The food is so good, I just can't believe it. I'll be back. Money.
I absolutely love the selection and the variety and the freshness of the food, and the fries are fantastic. So good.
Sebastian, how are you, my friend? It's glad to meet you. Yeah, it's good. All of you guys that are hungover wish you had that right now, huh? So that's a good example of going out interviewing the restaurants. And here's what I learned. You need to do something that you're passionate about. I love eating food. I'm a huge foodie. And because of that, it's fun for me to go out and do that. Maybe if food's not your thing, maybe you're into golf. Like Brent loves to go out and golf. He could go and do a different golf course and do a video with each golf course owner and talk about the design of the golf course and all the features and stuff like that. Maybe you're into fitness and you can go and do like workouts of the week at different parks every week. Like there's a million different ways to do it. Just find the one that works for you, put your head down and just go for it and commit to it. And commit to doing it for a year. Don't commit to doing it for a week and then you don't get a listing and you stop. Commit to doing it for a year. And the key is you've got to do something you're passionate about because that'll push you through, right? If you're going to do one episode and not get a listing, you're going to quit if it's something you don't like. But if it's something you're passionate about, you're going to keep doing it over and over and over again because it's fun. And then people will see your passion in those videos and that's what's going to create that business for you. Next up, I want to show you listing videos. I'm going to show you two different versions of it. First version is going to be a very professionally produced one on a multi-million-dollar listing with actors and all of that. And this is kind of a fun twist for those of you guys that do luxury. You can bring actors in. And what we wanted to do in this video is show what's a day in the life look like living in this $4 million house. So, different way to do a listing video instead of it just being normal image, image, image. Bring some actors in. One thing I found, your friends are the best actors you're ever going to find. Traditional actors that get paid are prissy bitches. Your friends will do whatever that you want for some pizza and beer. So I found that utilizing friends is way cheaper and it's more fun. Actors are a pain in the butt, so utilize your friends if you want to have actors in videos. So, all right, we don't all do $4 million listings. We don't all want to deal with actors, all of that stuff. So I want to show you another video, one of the most watched videos I've ever shot. Facebook Live, terrible reception, terrible house. But because I showed some personality, this video's absolutely killed it. What's up, Facebook? So as you can see from the title, I'm at one of the rare unicorn houses in EB, or Pacific Beach for those of you guys that aren't in San Diego. I want to show you guys what a $600,000 house in PD looks like. This particular house, huge backstory behind it. There were a bunch of news media called homeless people living here, about 30 people living in this property. They took it over. I feel like they did it to service though. You're not homeless if you live in a home. So we'll call them transients. So there's about 30 transients living in this house. So I'm gonna flip the camera, I'm gonna walk you guys through here. Show you what 600 grand gets you. And for perspective, this is in what we refer to as East PD, so we're much closer to Mission Bay Drive and the 5 freeway than we are the beach. So, as you can see, nice boarded up, beautiful home here. This is the original garage in the house, which has since been converted into an extra bedroom. You got all this beautiful stucco work. Just gorgeous. It's everything you ever want to do at home. So let's hop inside here. We just got access to this property, so it's not even on the market yet, but just want to give all you guys a sneak peek to what you get for 600 G's. So, some little living room in here, not too bad. I mean, everybody's always wanted boards in the windows, and maybe you could paint and put graffiti on them. Looks like fun to me. So let's walk through. This is all part of the original house. There's been some additions. You know, there's nice little actual spider webs, some fun little cracks, all this fun stuff. Old heater from like 60, 70 years ago. So we walk in here. This is your first bedroom. It's beautiful with no light. But you got the original wood floors. They totally refinished those. There's wood up underneath all this carpet. You've got some of the old original built-ins in here. And then you got this beautiful bath that looks like it's straight out of a movie, straight out of a cinema or something like that. So wouldn't you like to bathe your children in this beautiful bathroom? You know, a little bit of water damage maybe, I can't tell. You might need it, get a moisture meter on that. There might be some water damage in there. The craziest part is I missed that there was a freaking gun on the table in there. I didn't even realize there was a gun. That was kind of just crazy. But you see, that video killed it. It wasn't high quality. It wasn't amazing audio. It wasn't professional lighting. It was me, not even a damn selfie stick, just holding my camera. That's all you need to do. You don't have to have anything overly produced, but have fun with it and be you. And there's not a right way to be or a wrong way to be, as long as you're staying true to who you are. Because no matter what, 50% of people aren't going to like you. If you fly the blue flag, the red people hate you. If you fly the red flag, the blue people hate you. Understand, that's our society. No matter which way you go, 50% of people aren't going to like you. So just accept it, deal with it, and understand, like, we all have our imperfections. I have this gigantic forehead that light just beams off of. It's fine, it is what it is. That's part of me. I accept it, I own it. If you're skinny, if you're fat, if you're tall, if you're short, it's fine. Just accept it and own it, all right? Alright, recorded video. So I want to give you a couple different ways to do this. One is doing green screen videos. Now, do you need to do a green screen? Hell no. Is a green screen expensive? No. You can buy a green screen setup on Amazon for $100. It'll be the green cloth, the stands, the lights, everything like that. So it doesn't take a lot to do it, but we love to put educational videos out every month. I love doing 2 a month for clients. The ones that I like to put out the most for clients is a market update, and then an FAQ, a frequently asked questions. What do I do in a market update? What makes a market update good is, one, keeping it to 3 to 4 stats at most, but most importantly, filling in the blanks and helping them understand what those stats mean to them. Because everybody has access to the stats now. They can go on Redfin, Zillow, Trulia, whatever. They have the stats, but your job is to help them understand what those stats mean. So I love doing that in a video, and I love doing FAQs. This is actually an FAQ. This could work for sellers or for agents, so I'll just play a quick second of this one. Hey guys, it's Kyle with Whissel Realty, and this is a special message for the agents out there. And I want to give you guys some tips on what you can do to make your listings and your open houses a lot more attractive. And you see, we tease what it is, then go into what the key is with this is you really want to appeal to the 5 senses. That's sight, sound, smell, taste, and touch. So I want to dive into each of those 5 and talk about some of the ways that we're appealing to senses of the buyer when they're walking into one of our listings or one of our open houses. Sight, that's an easy one. It starts with the curb appeal. Make sure the house looks on point. If you You get the idea, right? Lists work amazing when you do videos like that, so top 3, top 5, top 10, stuff like that kills it. And so something I learned early in my career, if there's a question you've been asked 3 times, you should shoot a video and answer that question, because if you've been asked 3 times, you're gonna get asked 3,000 times in your career. So as you start to get those questions asked, we use Trello to manage our video ideas. Trello is free, Trello. Every time a video idea pops in my head, I just throw it into Trello, and I have this board. It's do, doing, and done. So every time I have a video idea, I just throw it on my do board, and then I don't forget about them. Because right, we're realtors, and it's just like we forget about stuff all the time. So Trello is the way that we organize those thoughts. Next up, I want to go into live videos, and this first one is going to be a video that we shoot at the restaurant. So you saw like one of our professionally produced videos at the restaurants. We also go Facebook Live while we're there. And our professionally produced ones, there's like 2 hours of shooting, 6 hours of editing. We put them out on Facebook, we pump a bunch of money into them, and maybe get 10,000 views. We'll shoot a live while we're there, and we'll still get 2,000 or 3,000 views. And there's no prep time, there's no edit time, there's no script, there's no videographer, it's just a cell phone. And this one's terrible, like the audio quality is probably the worst I've ever heard, but it's still got a few thousand views. And so the goal with this is to show you, you don't have to do that overly produced video. What's up, Facebook? It's Kyle Whissel. We're here. We're live with the crew from the Omelet Factory. We're doing a little behind the scenes look. We're going to be on tomorrow's episode of East County East. If you guys haven't been to the Omelet Factory, it is in Santee, literally right next door to our office at Whissel Realty on the corner of Mission Gorge and Magnolia, the brand new shopping center that just got put in. You get the idea, but that video got like 3,000 views. The audio quality sucks. I'm just literally shooting a Facebook Live while my videographer's doing their thing. So do you need to have a videographer? Hell no. Go out and just shoot those things with your cell phone initially. Get 10 episodes done, and then you can start thinking about upgrading and actually having somebody else hold the camera, maybe getting a better mic, maybe getting better stuff. But don't think that going and investing in all that equipment is going to get you views. The content's going to get you views, and you need to put that content out there consistently. I'll give you one other way to do live video. Yeah, this is perfect for you guys.
We're live. All right. Is Dan joining us? Dan should be, or Dan's probably not on the screen, right?
Yeah, but he's on, don't worry.
All right, good deal. So we have an epic announcement. I think this will make waves like a tsunami across the real estate industry. I'm here with my good friend Curtis Johnson, who introduced me to Kyle Whissel and Dan Beer.
Bottom line, do your announcement videos. We use a service called BeLive, B-E-L-I-V-E, BeLive.tv. And so this is great, right? Because you could use this for listings, you could use this for your EXP announcements. This is one of the best ways to get the word out there. As you have new partners join your organization, do a video and introduce it to the world and share it with all these people out there. One thing I've learned with live video too is don't get discouraged if you do a live video and there's 5 people watching. There'll be 500 that'll watch it after, and they'll watch the recording. So just get it out there. And it doesn't matter if you bring somebody over who sold 2 homes last year or 2 million homes last year. Just do these videos. The more you can stay in front of people and keep buzz going, oh, another person joined EXP, another person. Eventually somebody's gonna be like, oh, that girl looks like me, or his story is like mine. That's what gets people to come over. So the more we can get that out there and just keep it in people's feed, that there's more and more people joining us at EXP, the better off we're gonna be. Video messaging is another one that I love. We use BombBomb, so you guys aren't using BombBomb, it's a killer service. We always, when we have leads that come in, we'll message them with video using this little board. They call it a hostage board, which is a terrible name, but when you send a video to someone, this is to a guy named Ryan who I've never spoken to before, but if he opens his email and he sees that, he's gonna play the video, right? So you can use this to communicate with your clients, especially clients that you've never spoken to before. You get a lead from Zillow or Trulia or something like that, shoot a video. It's amazing how powerful that is because now they realize you're a real person. When you're just responding via text, via regular email, they don't know, they think it's an automated robot. But when you shoot a video and make it personalized to them, super powerful. And also with BombBomb, you can shoot text messages. in video. And so something I like to do, traditionally when it's somebody's birthday, what does everybody do? Is they go on their Facebook wall, happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday. Like, this is the most annoying thing in the world. Like, these people, at least give me a damn emoji or something. Like, a GIF, give me something fun, but everybody's happy birthday, happy birthday. But then you go out of your way and actually record a video personalized to them, wishing them a happy birthday. It's super, super powerful. So you can do that via text message or Facebook Messenger now on the birthday thing. It literally, one of the options, it like pre-builds some birthday things, and one of them is video. Just shoot a Facebook Messenger video to your clients or to your database when it's their birthday. Like, it's so powerful. If it's just 20 seconds. Hey, it's Kyle. I saw it was your birthday today, man. I hope you have an amazing day. I'm thinking about you, and I hope you and the wife are well. Done. And just crank out 5 of those a day. Like, that stuff's so powerful because nobody else is doing it. All right, channels. I want to talk about the 4 main places you guys need to put your videos: Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and blog. Something that we found in our journey with video is that when we post videos, especially our community videos, on our real estate page, people are very hesitant to like that real estate page. This page has been around for 10 years. Our first 100 episodes of our show we put on here, and we got up to 7,200 likes. We created with our second series its own page, and in 2 years we got over 20,000 likes. So people are very reluctant to like a real estate page because they know they're going to get fed real estate content if they like a real estate page. So if you're going to do a community page, I recommend that you do it, our community videos, I recommend you do it on its own page. People are much more willing to like your page that way. Another thing that I strongly recommend you guys do is Facebook right now is really encouraging you to run a group. So these are literally screenshots from my news feed where Facebook's promoting groups. I've even seen TV commercials where they're promoting groups. So have your page and then spin a group off of it. The beautiful thing with groups is that you don't have to come up with all the content. People start asking their own questions, they foster conversation. So have a community page and a group. And then the beauty of the page is you can run ads and drive people into the group. This is an example. So here's a video where we had the professionally produced one, had 11,500 views. And then here's one we just went live and we had 7,000 views. 7,000 views live, no prep, no editing, no videographers, nothing. 7,000, 11,500. So you do not need to go crazy and have the overly produced thing. Facebook Live is your best friend. Instagram. Right now we're huge on Instagram TV, or IGTV if you prefer. This is like a baby for Mark Zuckerberg that he refuses to give away or let it fail. Like, he's obsessed with making IGTV work. When it first came out, it was its own separate app. Now it's all in the one Instagram app. When we went from posting our videos in regular Instagram to IGTV, we saw a 4x increase in the engagement on our videos. So if you're putting videos on Instagram, you need to put them in IGTV. And then what's cool is it does some of the work for you. Whenever you put a video out, you want to tease the video, you want to drive people to it. So it'll put a short 1-minute preview in the vertical feed. And then in addition, you can click the little paper airplane icon, and you can share it into your Instagram story as well. If you guys don't realize this, Instagram stories is the fastest growing thing in social media history. It's something you should have some attention put on. So now I take my one video, put it in IGTV. It also puts it into my Instagram feed, and then it puts it into my Instagram story as well. So it's something that's really important. You want to get as much mileage out of your videos as possible. Instagram's helping you do that now. Now you don't even have to edit your own videos and break pieces up and all of that stuff. So definitely take advantage of that. Get all your videos out there on YouTube. The important part of YouTube is that with like Facebook and Instagram, after a week or two, your videos are kind of a distant memory. But YouTube, your videos are going to be on there. They're going to be searchable forever. So the important part when you put them on there, take a little bit of time. Make sure your title is descriptive of what the person's going to see in the video. Take the time to write a description. Take the time to put tags that are relevant to the video, and then put a thumbnail up that is going to tell somebody what they're going to see when they watch that video. If the thumbnail, like you can see there's 4 options there, if the thumbnail was just my face, people probably aren't going to click it. But they see this is what a day in the life of being me is. People will watch it. It's got thousands of views on it. So get your stuff up on YouTube, but make sure you do it the right way. One of the other things we love with YouTube is that our restaurants will literally take our video and embed it onto their website. Like, this is literally one of the restaurant's websites with our video on it. Like, how cool is that the restaurant's doing the promotion for us? So definitely dive in there on YouTube, and then last, take that video, put it onto your blog. Like, this is one of the restaurants we did. Page 1 of Google has our video, our website on it, from the video we did of this restaurant. How cool is that? That somebody types in this restaurant in my city, and now I'm on the front page of Google. They might land on my website versus the actual restaurant's website because they want to get an objective third-party opinion on how cool that restaurant is. So those are the 4 places you want to put them. Last slide I got for you guys is composition. Like I said, this is the least important. If you don't do all that other stuff, the composition doesn't matter. But if you guys want to, audio is one of the most important places to invest. If you're just shooting with a cell phone, just be conscious of your surroundings. If you're standing at a building that's on a corner, there's a busy street here and not a busy street here, stand on a not busy street, just be smart about it. People will tune off your video if they hit play and then it's and you can't hear anything. So be conscious of the audio. If you guys do start investing in microphones, Rode, R-O-D-E, is our go-to when it comes to microphones. Lighting, very, very simple tips, is always looking to the light. There's bright lights, look at them. If there's a sun, the sun should be in front of you, not behind you. If there's a window in the room, you should face the window, so have the window behind you. Those are just very simple lighting tricks. But outside of lighting, you can do softbox lighting, which is cheap. They're like $5 for a softbox light, which is essentially a light bulb in a box. Lightens up the room. Or you can go with LED lights. We like Gen Array, G-E-N-A-R-A-Y, Gen Array are the lights that we typically use. And then if you're ever going Facebook Live at a restaurant or anything like that, make sure to connect to their Wi-Fi so you get the best connection possible. Whenever it's available, always utilize it. And that's everything I got for you guys. So hopefully you guys got some value.